Blessings. Just putting myself together here. It's about 7 o'clock in the evening. It's Saturday the 9th of April. So what's happening to time? That's what's coming through this evening. How are we experiencing time on an individual basis? Well, time is it's becoming is becoming part of the expansion of the planetary shift that we're experiencing. So as our consciousness is shifting, we're experiencing more and more of the light that's coming in and the separation of time. Time doesn't, time is an illusion. We don't actually, we might experience time, but we don't live in time because we're not physical beings. We are connected to source consciousness as a place of beauty inside. And the light of the soul and this feeling of empowerment that comes from being in the fullness of life. It's more than empowerment, it's a place of deep unity with who we are. So we can feel our presence grow. And I've spoken about this in a number of videos, but the presence is really this essence that we carry, and we carry in our presence. We can feel it, and we can communicate with it. And it's a place of deep unity, deep gratitude for life, the awareness that we are on the planet, on planet Earth, as divine souls, and that everything is being blessed through our experience of life. We have an awareness that we came here for a purpose in this physical form. That's one way of explaining it. But we also know that we live in the formless, that time is about being it's about being free, and that we're not this identity that we share or that people mirror back to us. I'm choosing my words very carefully here. When people mirror back something that they experience with us, it's not necessarily our true identity. Our true identity, when we become aware of our light and we live from a place which is deeply rooted in prayer and meditation, then it is experienced through the people that we meet, and they experience it as a reflection of soul, I would say. It's a way of being able to unite with freedom. So if you have people around you who are not mirroring back who you are, then that's actually, I would say that's a good thing, because they're not seeing you through an identity. They're seeing you through your spirit and your light. So they will share with you a great deal of love, heart energy, and this feeling of being fully connected. We have greater connections when we live in this space of light. And the formless is this expansion of the light of who we are. And it's also our light body and this powerful unity that's combining the light and the soul and unity as one source. So we know that we're in a place of what I would call high source energy. And sometimes we don't need to say anything. In fact, it's a biggie on the planet nowadays that there's less talk which is coming from a lower vibration, and there's more connection where people are able to see us in a place of divinity and light. So it's really beautiful. I experienced the masters coming through, the ascended masters, they can be called, but they've always been on the earth for me. Everything is earth. It's with me on the earth, I should say. There's no separation from the higher and lower. It's all connected. So I very often can meet someone who is expressing their divinity and their messenger through their presence. And we can experience it through our own presence, where we know that we're more than this. We're far greater than we could ever imagine that we would be. And it can take you by surprise. There's a great deal of integration happening just now of the metaphysical and the ability to live in a multidimensional state of consciousness. So we can experience the magic that comes with that as well. Because being multidimensional, there's many different layers. There's different ways of seeing life. There's multidimensionality is about being able to recognize that we're not in the same dimension as another person, that we live in our own dimension. and that we can see each other through a presence and a great deal of love. So it's really, really powerful. So I've been experiencing really powerful light coming through my eyes for the past few weeks at least. It's always there, but it was getting greater and greater. So if I was going outside, then I literally was walking in a field of light, and I wasn't able to see the form of people so much as I was able to see the formless. So it was interesting. It's nothing new for me, but it was a different level. And I was feeling a great deal of, in some ways, I was resisting going out and experiencing this, because I knew that that life was not really of this earth. It was a much higher state of being. So this feeling of bringing heaven down to earth is one that I'm used to, but this was different. It was literally coming through me from Gaia, and I was experiencing a feeling of what I felt was disconnection from the people that were on the street, which I'm not used to. And there was also a feeling of there was a feeling of being out of balance because too much light coming through. So I was asking for the light to balance itself, and it did get better when I was out for a while and I was walking. I didn't feel so like a separation that was there. So as I was walking and merging with everyone, then everything was coming into the one. And I was able to experience a great deal of connection there. Difficult to put into words. So it's been a really powerful 2 years, this past 2 years. It's also is a different life that we're leading, I would say. That everyone's independent and individual perception is creating their own world that they're living in. So anyway, I'm going to finish with that. I'm just sending a blessing through, and I've been resting today. I've got lots of sound coming through me. I feel that if I can, or what should be happening is that the vibration that's coming through should be matching and coming together with who I am and my natural self. And then I'll feel less tired. It's a tricky one because I can feel completely exhausted, and my body and the crystalline energy is really changing, I feel, through the form. And I haven't quite caught up with it yet. The really powerful sound that's coming through and vibration. So sometimes when I go out, if I go out and I'm living through this this sound, it can settle a bit, not always. And I'm finding it quite tricky to feel in balance, I would say. So today, or this afternoon, I've been resting and I've been sleeping. I'm sleeping very differently recently as well. So anyway, just sharing, and lots of love. Have a beautiful weekend, and I'll speak to you soon. Namaste.